Elon Musk, Mark Zuckerberg, Jack Dorsey, etc. support UBI, Universal Basic Income. Will UBI be the only source of income when artificial intelligence gains consciousness and be able to do any kind of human work, creative or routine, better than humans themselves? So you're asking a question about universal basic income. It's something that many of these billionaires have supported. That's the kind of thing they are espousing, universal basic income. So in the past, in the 1950s, 60s, etc., you had these science fiction writers who had this very utopian view that advances in science will make work unnecessary. So all the technology, all the science, all the robots will do all the work, and humans will live a life of leisure. They will not have to work anymore. And yet, the situation that we are in today is that we have the means and the technology to eliminate a lot of the work that people have to do. And yet, the system, the capitalist system, is such that if you don't work, then you don't get to eat, right? You have no wages, and basically, you are either homeless or starving, or you are dependent on handouts from the state. So the system is such that it ensures that people uh, have to work. And if you lose your job, if technological advances make your job redundant, then basically it's a big problem for you. So the system hasn't evolved with times. The system is supposed to uh, serve the individual, but it actually serves the state and various individuals. I am not in any way espousing socialism or Marxism. I abhor those principles, but capitalism is equally dangerous and it is equally bad, right? So so the one solution that these people suggest is that everybody is given a universal basic income, which will ensure that they can live a life of reasonable dignity and reasonable means. They are able to survive, etc., and so on. So it will basically create two classes of people: the people who subsist on UBI, universal basic income, and the people who are productive in the new system, and the people who get rich. So it's going to exacerbate the class divide, the income divide, etc., that already exists in the West. The United States has a very high Gini coefficient. It's one of the most unequal countries in the world. There is an enormous disparity between the rich and the poor. They talk about India. Well, the US is far worse. That's something the Western media and even the Indian media want to speak about. So this universal basic income concept is going to just, well, it's not a bad concept, but it will ensure that nobody starves, nobody goes homeless, and yet it's going to create this, it's going to widen the divide between the haves and the have-nots, right? So I don't think it's the best solution. We need a better system. We need to uh, evolve a better system, a system that doesn't exploit people like the way that capitalism does. We need a better system. I don't think UBI is a good long-term solution. We need to change the system. UBI ensures that the capitalist system that keeps creating trillionaires, it will exist. It will keep existing. And they are trying to basically say that we're gonna give you some handouts so that you don't feel too aggrieved. I don't think that's the right solution. We need a better system. We need a better solution than this.